we are going to perform Zener diode characteristics. We will plot variation of current with respect to increment of voltage in forward bias and reverse bias of Zener diode. So for this we have a voltage source which can vary from 0 to 15 volt. We have a resistor which we can use in our circuit diagram. There is our Zener diode. We have 3 Zener diode available, but we shall use one at a time in our circuit. This is our voltage meter, voltmeter, and it is our current meter, ammeter. We can vary ammeter readings which can limit up to 1.5 milliampere or up to 15 milliampere. We can change it with this toggle button. We can open on or off the kit from here, and this LED will glow up as we on this our kit. So right now we are going to make the connections. This is our positive side of voltage and this is our negative side of voltage. We are going to perform reverse bias of Zener diode characteristic. Therefore, we shall plot a graph. It is our y-axis. It's our x-axis. On x-axis, we are going to take voltage in volt, and on y-axis, because voltage is our independent variable and current is our dependent. As we are increasing the voltage, we shall measure that effect of increment of voltage over the current, and so the current is dependent, so we are taking current on y-axis and voltage on x-axis. We are going to measure, this is in milliampere and voltage in volt. In reverse bias, we are going to use fourth coordinate because the current direction is just opposite and the direction of voltage and current both are opposite. So we can see in this our kit, we have variation 2.5 volt, 5 volt, 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15 as 0 to 15 volt variable DC source. So we are plotting same here, 2.5 volt, 5 volt, 7.5 volt, 10 volt, 12.5 volt and 15 volt. Okay, and for current we shall measure on y-axis. We are measuring current 0.25 milliampere, 0.5 milliampere, 0.75 milliampere, 1.0 milliampere, 1.25 milliampere, and it goes up to 1.5 milliampere. So current in milliampere. So let's make the connections. Let me draw a connection diagram first. Let me make the connection diagrams. This is our DC voltage source. It's a positive side and negative side. We are connecting a resistor, after that a Zener diode, and the current flowing through this Zener diode will be measured in the ammeter which is connected in series with this. And to measure the voltage across our voltage source, we are connecting a voltmeter parallel to our voltage source. So our This side is connected with positive of voltage and this with negative. So our Zener diode is clearly in reverse bias. So let's make the connections. This positive with the resistor is in series, and after this to the negative side of Zener diode we are going to use Z3 Zener diode. Positive from here, this back side we are connecting this our ammeter in series, and after connecting this in series, then negative polarity of the voltage. We are also connecting a voltage meter, voltmeter, parallel to our voltage source. So parallel to our voltage source, we are connecting this voltmeter. Right. So our connections are completed, and now we are going to perform the experiment. We shall measure the variation of current with respect to voltage. Switch on the kit. So we shall increase the voltage using this knob, and as we turn around this knob, the voltage will increase, and we shall measure the current effect on the current. Now this is our 0 to 2.5. Let me increase the voltage. Let me increase the voltage from 0 to 2.5. We are increasing slowly, and we find that there is no effect on the current. Current is at its minimum level. No fluctuation is shown. So 0 to 2.5, there is no fluctuation. Let me take this current is minute. Up to 0, varying the voltage from 0 to 2.4, our current shows negligible effect. So we are taking this graph. Negligible current is there. Now we again increasing the current from 2.5 to 5 volt. As the current voltage increases, the effect on current is again negligible. We are continuing this process, and we find that we are increasing the voltage using this knob, and up to 7.5 there is no effect on the current, and when the voltage reaches up to 10, there is no effect on the current shown. So first we plot this over our graph, that up to 10 there is no effect on the current, and this point is there, almost negligible current. Now we increasing voltage more, and this is mid of 10 to 12.5. The current is same, so in between 10 and 12.5, this is the midpoint. Current is same, the negligible. Now we further increase very slowly, and we find this abrupt change in the current, and awakes this needle of ammeter, and we find this in 11.25 to 12.5, the current increases and it reaches around 0.25 milliampere, and the voltage is around 'So we find that around the voltage is 12, the current is 2.5. So voltage is not reached to 12.5, but it is 12, and the current is 2.5. So it will cross this on this point. It is our point, this. Now we further increase, and we find that voltage is not yet reached 12.5 and current reached 0.5 milliampere. Why we are saying it is 0.5? It is not 5, it is 0.5 because we are using this 1.5 milliampere knob is down. So the limit which we are using is 1.5 above part, and this is 0.5 milliampere. It is a thing to note. So yet we find that it is not yet reached here, and current is 0.5. Here we find a point. Again we increases, and 12.5 we find very sharp change, and 1 milliampere. Current has reached up to 1 milliampere on this 12.5. So we find that this is the point. Here is our next point. And then when we increase the voltage to slightest, current is beyond the limit of our ammeter. You can clearly see this. So beyond the limit, let me say it somewhere here, and the voltage is yet a small change. Let me see it as that a small change, and current is beyond the limit of our ammeters. It is somewhere here. Yes, beyond the limit. The point is here. So now we connect the dots and find what our graph says. We are connecting the dots. This one. Very clearly show that on a certain point, when we increases the voltage, on very small changes, current increases abruptly. So there is some phenomena happened, and the phenomena is called breakdown. It's happening in Zener diode, so it is a Zener breakdown. And what this point is called, because it is showing some voltage, so it is a Zener breakdown voltage. This is a graph of reverse bias of Zener breakdown, showing very clear characteristics of it. So first we will make the connection diagram of a Zener diode in forward bias. This is our voltage source, a resistor in series, an ammeter in series, positive and negative. This is our resistor, this is our Zener diode, this is our ammeter. A voltage meter, voltmeter, just in parallel to our voltage source to measure the variation in voltage. So we find that there is forward bias. So there is a single difference, the direction of Zener diode is different. So what we will do in our connection diagram, this is a positive, this is a negative. We will exchange the positions, and now this is negative, this is positive, and our circuit is in forward bias of Zener diode. Also, what we will do, we will turn this knob up to measure higher variation of current. So our knob is now reading for 15 milliampere. Okay, so first we will make the Zener diode is connected in forward bias. Now we slowly increase the voltage, very slow. The single variation is showing 0.25 of voltage, double 0.5 of voltage, and now very small variation. we find that our current has started a small variation. We know that silicon diode has 0.7 as a knee voltage and the current is showing variation, but this current variation is not visible on this 15 milliampere variation. So what we will do, we let this knob put down up to 1.5 milliampere variation and now again measuring this effect. So as our current goes in the third part of this whole variation of the voltage, as our voltage variation increases 0.75, the current showing increasing and it is almost proportional to this voltage variation. So at this point where 0.7 the current started increasing. We will plot the graph here. This is current. This is our voltage. And we will show very small variation, 0.25 volt, 0.5 volt, 0.75 volt, 1.0, 1.25 and it will keep on going, 2.5 volt and 5 volt. Now current will be in 0.25 milliampere, 0.50 milliampere, 0.75 milliampere, 1.0 milliampere, 1.25 milliampere and 1.5 milliampere, 1.75 milliampere. Now we start increasing the voltage. Here you will have to notice that very small variation will be shown as voltmeter is too sensitive to very small voltage. So we will have to look in our measurement very deeply. This up to 0.25, this is first. There is no variation, almost negligible variation. This is our 0.5 of voltage and this is 0.75 of voltage, and we find that current is increased somewhat and it is our 1.0 voltage. So up to 0.75 there is very small, it is 0.05, the current is 0.05. So up to 0.25, 0 to 2.5 negligible, 0 to 5 almost negligible, and on this slight change, this point, this point, this point in forward by. And as we increase the current to 1.0, the current has increased up to 0.25 and more than this. So we will show the same thing on the graph. This increase to 0.25 here, more than 2.5 and the voltage is 1. This graph. Now it further increases 1.25 and the current has increased up to more than 5.5, 0.6.25 is more than mid of this, so almost near to this 0.75, this and short of this. Here the point is, and we have shown this plotted and we increase the voltage to 2.5 and current has gone beyond the limit of this voltage, 1.5. So beyond the limit of this, it is around 1.75. So to show this beyond the limit, we change the knob and now it is around 2.5. So the 2.5 on our graph will be somewhat here, 2.5. and 2.5 is here, this point and this point. Here's the point. So now we are connecting the dots, first, second, third, and this fourth, this fifth, and this goes on. The perfect forward bias, what we have shown in the previous video of PN junction. This is our forward bias. This one somewhat here the current has started increasing and it is our knee voltage. Forward bias is absolutely same as in PN junction or in Zener diode. So it is our forward bias graph. It is our reverse bias graph, and when we combine both of these, we find a new graph that is like this. Zener pattern, reverse bias, forward. I think you should like the video.